So, Nintendo just announced two new Pokemon games for the Switch, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I'll be referring to both of them as Let's Go Pikachu for convenience. Anyway, there's been a lot of confusion around these games. These are spin-off titles. They're not core Pokemon games. Next year, in the last half of 2019, we're getting Generation 8, core Pokemon games made from the ground up for the Nintendo Switch. Let's Go Pikachu is just a spin-off title. You've got nothing to worry about. In fact, and this is really important, Game Freak has confirmed Generation 8 will not be influenced by Pokémon GO. That should make you breathe easier. I've got some more things I want to talk about regarding Generation 8 for the Switch, and also the future of Pokemon games, but first I'm going to break down exactly what Let's Go Pikachu is, what new things it brings to Pokemon, and what you should know. There's actually a lot of things that they're doing differently, a lot of experimental stuff for a Pokemon game. This game is a remake inspired by Pokemon Yellow, but not a full-on remake like Heart Gold or Soul Silver. It features the original 151 Pokemon, but with a couple of Alolan creatures, and also a brand new Pokemon teased at the end of the trailer. This is not Mew. This is confirmed to not be Mew. This is a brand new Pokemon never seen before. It looks like you may get this Pokemon by connecting your Switch to Pokemon GO, the app. Let's Go Pikachu is fixed perspective and should have online play. I've seen a lot of people saying that there is no online play, but that's actually a mistranslation. There should be online play. Classic Team Rocket is back, and of course this game is set in the Kanto region, which we've seen a lot. A lot. But this is the first time we're going to be seeing it in HD, and I'm really excited about that. Pokemon can follow you around. You can ride atop of Pokemon. You can ride on top of Onix. Your starter Pokemon sit on top of your head. You can customize Eevee and Pikachu. You can put a little baseball cap on them. A little baseball cap. Unfortunately, they're probably going to remove some of those features for Gen 8, which I'm going to be really disappointed by. Whatever. Possibly most importantly, however, Let's Go Pikachu is confirmed to be a full RPG. This isn't GO for the Switch. Now, speaking of GO, a lot of people are concerned because that's how you catch Pokemon. It's confirmed that there are no wild Pokemon battles, but you still have the option to use items or run away. And of course, there are trainer battles in the game, but no wild Pokemon battles. You don't weaken a Pokemon before you catch it, you just throw your Pokeball, or possibly use items kind of like Safari Zone. So, needless to say, this changes the game immensely! And it's very polarizing. A lot of people hate this. Me, personally, I'm okay with it. I'm actually kind of excited for it. Wild Pokemon battles can get tedious after a while, and I'd rather not burn myself out on that before Generation 8. I'm looking forward to a slightly different kind of Pokemon adventure while trekking back through what started it all in the first place. It'll be nice to go home. But yeah, no wild Pokemon battles in the game, which for me means less Geodudes, less Zubats, and less grinding, and I'm okay with it for a spin-off title. I always liked Safari Zone anyway. You can also see wild Pokemon in the overworld map, which is pretty different. I'm assuming that leveling is going to be happening through trainer battles, instead of grinding through wild Pokemon. Now that we've gone over how there aren't any wild Pokemon battles, how do you catch them? Well, you catch them with motion controls. You use one Joy-Con to play this game, and the Joy-Con has a gyroscope inside, and that's what you use to catch the Pokemon. You got the same system as Pokemon GO, where you've got two circles, and you have to wait until the circles line up, but this time it's with a Joy-Con, so it's like skee-ball. And it does look like motion controls to catch Pokemon is mandatory. But if that's the case, how do you catch Pokemon in handheld? Well, you're supposed to move the console, because the gyroscopes are still inside of the Joy-Cons attached to the consoles, so you just move that instead of the Joy-Con. Still, they haven't said if motion controls are required officially, so it's possible that they'll add the option to utilize something more standard involving buttons, but in handheld mode you don't use the touchscreen, you still use the Joy-Cons. So, thanks to Nintendo, some Pokemon fans are going to be introduced to exercise. Anyway, one of the biggest features is seamless co-op. Drop in, drop out, couch co-op in a Pokemon game. Wow. Since you only use one Joy-Con, as you're playing the game, if your girlfriend walks in the room, she can just pick up the other Joy-Con and she can start playing with you. This is going to be huge for families. Now, we don't have full details on how co-op works, but we know that local co-op makes it easier to catch Pokemon, so they are encouraging cooperative play through some advantages. And it appears as if there will be co-op through almost the entire game. Now, any progress is probably going to be tied to the Switch owner. I don't think you'll be able to sign into your Switch account within the Pokemon game on their Switch to save your progress in their Pokemon game to your Pokemon game account. Probably not. And finally, there's the special controller, the Pokeball Plus. Nintendo engineers actually helped to make the Pokeball Plus. The idea was they wanted to create the closest thing possible to an actual Pokeball that feels like it has a Pokemon inside. Basically, it's a hybrid between a Pokewalker, a Go Plus, and a Joy-Con. So you can actually play Let's Go Pikachu with the Pokeball Plus. It has all the buttons that you need. It has a gyroscope inside of it so you can toss a Pokeball instead of tossing your Joy-Con. And apparently when you catch the Pokemon, the Pokeball actually lights up and it vibrates in your hand appropriately, and you'll actually hear the Pokemon's cry that you caught coming from inside of the Pokeball. So I guess this thing has all 151 Pokemon cries inside of it, which is pretty cool. You can also take Pokemon with you, so you can put a Pokemon in the Pokeball, and it'll screech at you in public. It is $50, however, so it's a little pricey. But, I mean, you basically have a Joy-Con inside of it, and it's also the Go Plus, so you can use this to play Pokemon Go when you're out and about, and, of course, it works with the game Let's Go Pikachu. So, I understand the price, but it is a little high for a lot of people. As for the future of Pokemon games, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were, of course, the last core Pokemon games on the 3DS. All future core Pokemon games will be on the Switch exclusively. Now, that's not to say we won't get games like Detective Pikachu in the future, or Mystery Dungeon. We'll get those games for the 3DS, but like Generation 8, Generation 9, 10, that's the Switch. Now, Generation 8 in 2019, this is the first time that a core series Pokemon game will be on a home console. Developing a core Pokemon game for the Switch is not an easy task, and it's not one that you would want rushed. Releasing Let's Go this year is really smart. It not only gives Game Freak another year to polish Generation 8 and fully harness the power and possibilities of the Switch, but Let's Go Pikachu also acts as a great introduction or reintroduction for people just getting into Pokemon from Pokemon GO, or those who haven't really played since the original Kanto titles. And of course, kids that are getting their first Pokemon game. Instead of one Pokemon title, we're getting 3, and Generation 8 has some room to breathe as a plus. Honestly, I couldn't be more happy with how things turned out. Now, personally, I'm a Pokemon Blue fan at heart, but I'm still waiting for a Diamond and Pearl remake. I just want to go back to the underground with wireless multiplayer. That would be incredible. But it looks like the Diamond and Pearl remake, maybe that'll come out for the Switch in the Generation 8 engine in 2020, maybe? I don't know. Might be on the 3DS. In any case, that's literally all the information on the internet for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, and of course, Generation 8. But if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like or subscribe for more videos like this, and I'm definitely excited to play Let's Go Pikachu when it releases in November 2018. But until then, take care.
Pokemon for Game Boy is here. With both packs, you can catch them all. Games and systems sold separately.